All right, welcome to another episode. Or shit, I got to take it back. This is a throwback episode, Rod, of Phin Outta
Throwback.
Water, man. We've been a lot of different things over here at the Couch Bros. We are I'm trying to elevate. We're not the Couch Bros podcast no more. We the Couch Bros Network. And I was like, you know what? Let's change the football pod, man. It's seen so many it's seen so many different styles. It's been the Put It On Wax pod. It's been the Couch Bros
Put it on
NFL
like
show.
that's throwback, bro. Oh man, that's so throwback.
Yeah, bro. Put It On Wax. Like this has seen a lot of different changes and whatnot, bro. I said, you know what, bro? Let's take it back to the original, man. Let's take it back to what it used to be. Let's take it back to the heart, the start, the thing that made us decide to do a podcast. What 7, 8 years ago, bro? 2014, 2013, bro. Phin Outta
Yep.
Water, and I was like, you know what, man? Let's take it back, bro. So this is a primarily Dolphins inspired NFL show. However, we are going to recap the games in total, but we're just going to touch on the Dolphins, right? So this is weird for me. I'm a Cowboys fan, bro. I don't even know what the fuck I'm doing on here, bro. I don't know what the fuck I'm doing on here, but hey, whatever, man. You know what I'm saying? So
I
the
mean, you know
floor
what,
is yours.
Herb? You're
My headphones on.
kind
The
of
floor is yours, Rod.
no. I was gonna say, Herb, you're kind of. I'm not gonna say you're a Dolphins fan by extension, but like, I mean, you grew up in Florida, so you know about the Dolphins, right? It's not like you're some random nigga who lives in like fucking Idaho talking about
It's
the Dolphins.
absolutely it's weird being a Dolphins fan. I mean, it's weird being a Cowboys fan in South Florida because everybody looks at you like, "What the fuck is wrong with you? Why the fuck are you not a Dolphins fan? Why are you not a Hurricanes fan? Why are you not a Heat fan?" I didn't like you niggas growing up, bro. You know what I'm saying? But
Okay?
I'm so despondent with my team that I was like, bro, there's no point in me even talking about my team on the football pod anymore. Let's just go all in on the Dolphins.
Yo. Oh man.
I'm so despondent. I'm so disappointed. I was like, you know what? Fuck that, bro. Let's just go all in on the Dolphins, bro. So, um, not to take up too much time with the intro and stuff like that, bro, because we do have a lot to discuss. We do have a lot to break down. And we're on the heels of a catastrophic injury to Tua Tagovialola again. This is for sure a concussion. And this is on the heels of Sunday when they went against the Bills, where that was a suspected concussion, and
Right.
everybody was told that it was a back injury, yada yada yada. But seeing this happen and seeing basically what you guys thought was going to be a very, very great season potentially, and it feels like all of that just got like somebody just took the needle and just popped the fucking balloon on the Dolphins organization, the Dolphins roster, all those team players, and then the Dolphins fans, bro. So you as a Dolphins fan, Rod, when it happened, take me back or take me to that room that we're looking at right now, the situation, your mind, everything that was going through your mind when he did get hurt.
First of all, I just want to say that Dolphins fans have a saying. We are ready to be hurt again, dog. We are we are we are ready to get hurt again, baby. But nah, man. First and foremost, I just want to say that I'm thankful that Tua didn't die. Like, bro, I remember exactly how I felt when I was watching. I was smoking the joint, watching the game. You know what I'm saying? We're in the midst of a game that I felt like was potentially going to get more interesting, right? And then the set play happens, and when his fingers locked up and he lay there stiff, screaming, I was like, oh man, I felt like I was trying to explain it to my sister. It was like the coldest chill I ever felt, bro, watching football. You know what I mean? And I remember my first thought at the time was there was a long time ago. I remember reading or hearing that if you suffer concussions back to back, you can potentially die. So, and granted, they said that he didn't go through a concussion on Sunday, and whatever the case may be, misdiagnosis is possible. I'm sure we'll get to that a little later.
We will get to that. We will get to that.
Misdiagnosis is possible, but there's a lot of things that could be going on, man. But I just remember just feeling so horrible because, like, you just listen. Football is it's the type of thing that reminds you the kind of sport football is, right? Like, more often than not, these guys they take hits to the head and they get right back up. But it was a scary scene, man. It was I was shook, bro. I was shook, like I was numb. I remember watching the game. We scored right after when Teddy came out. We actually marched right down the field and scored, and I just didn't feel anything, bro. Like I was shook. I was worried. And it's like fuck the franchise. Like, is this nigga okay? Like, is he paralyzed? Like, you know what I mean? It was just, there was so many thoughts swirling through my mind, and I'm just relieved that it was not worse than what it was. Now we could find out more information down the line, but I'm just happy he's okay, man. Honestly.
Yeah. Okay. So that was the thing with me, right? So with me, I thought, damn, bro, like he's fucked up. I thought it was a seizure. I thought it was a bunch of things just because the way his fingers like locked up, right? And then when I went on Twitter and then when I went online, I saw that okay, this is more related to a concussion. I just never seen anything like that. I was mortified because I'm like, oh shit, this dude, like, did he injure his spine? Like, this is serious, right? And not to minimize it, I just think once we found out it was just a concussion, and I don't want to minimize the actual concussion. Like the concussions are very serious. It's just we immediately thought the worst. And then when we said, okay, he's okay, and because you remember, like you see people go on a stretcher, you see them wrap up their necks, everything. Like you're like, oh my God, will this dude ever walk again? So I just kept refreshing my page, refreshing my page, refreshing my page. Like, is his extremities moving? That's the update that you always want when you see a hit like that. Because even in the game against the Bills, where the what's his name, the DB, where I think Tremont Edwards flew and like knocked his head back so bad that his neck cranked all the way back, and they had to last Thursday was that Thursday night football or was it Sunday night? It was Sunday night football when the Bills played. Yeah, who did the Bills play? Yeah, again, I'm sorry. So Monday night when they played the Titans, and you saw where Tremont Edwards hit his own teammate, and the dude's neck went back so far. Bro, I've never seen the actual paramedic, the truck, come on the field ever. So the only thing that whenever I see a catastrophic hit like that, or whatever, whenever I see a catastrophic hit like that, my first thing that I just want to know, okay, can they move their arms? Can they move their legs? Because if they could do that, if a player could do that, okay, all right, cool. They're going to be okay.
Right.
And when I got that update for Tua, I was like, okay, he's going to be okay at the very least.
Right.
Because you never want to
see that, live a normal life, bro.
Yeah, exactly. You never want to see that, bro. Like, I understand this is football. It's a gladiator sport, bro. But these are people with these are not like, they're not toys out there, bro. These are real human beings playing a game, bro. That is a very dangerous game, but it's still humans out there, and anything can happen. And if we felt like that, what about his wife? What about his parents?
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So yeah, it was just crazy, bro. So yeah.
No, I mean, and I want to say, man, I want to give a shout out to all the fans, like all the people who reached out. The Bills Mafia started a donation fund for him. Like, listen, football, we all are passionate about football because we're fans. Fans is short for fanatic, right? Like, there's no real logic to sports teams. Like, we all love the calls against our team. We hate the calls against our team. You know what I mean? Regardless of how valid or invalid it is. It's just part of being a fan. But I'm very, I felt good just knowing that there were so many people who were just like, damn, bro, like it sucks because we're all human beings at the end of the day, right? We all love football. These players love football, the fans, these organizations, you know what I mean? Like it's, it was, I respect it, man. Like I appreciate everybody for that, dog. Because, it could have been, there have been instances where guys get hurt and people boo. The great Jim Moore was really pissed about that when that happened to him. So.
This is why I hate Eagles fans, bro. This is why I hate the Eagles organization, bro. If this happened in Philadelphia, bro, they would have booed that man, bro. What a classless
people are sick. Oh, good old Jimmy Moore, man. People are sick.
Okay, all right. So let's move the conversation, bro, because there was a game that had to be played afterwards, right? And there's going to be a season that has to be played afterwards.
Indeed.
So after the situation with Tua, they carted him off. He went to the Cincinnati hospital, and one of the best head trauma hospitals in the nation, by the way. So he was,
Ohio just has great hospitals, bro.
yeah, absolutely,
Yeah.
absolutely. So there was a game. The game must go on, bro. As fucked up as it sounds, the game must go on.
Right.
Knowing that you might potentially have Teddy Bridgewater as your quarterback going forward, what can you contrapolate from that game or that second half and out to the rest of the season to whenever Tua comes back? What did you see that gives you pause for concern? But also, what did you see that gave you some confidence that, okay, the ship might not completely fall apart?
Well, I mean, I do want to say, we got to factor in that obviously whenever a backup gets thrown into the game, you can't really expect much because the whole game plan is thrown out the window. There was no preparation with the starters, and this was on a short week. That being said, I actually thought Teddy didn't perform too badly. Look, here's the thing about Teddy Bridgewater. I'm just gonna keep it up front. The problem with Teddy is that he's a painfully average quarterback. You know what I mean? He's not that he's bad. It's not that he's particularly really good. Because if you look at his record, his stats, they never really looked that bad. But when you watch him play, it's a very uninspiring type of play. But I do believe in the talent on the team. I believe in the coaching staff. I believe in the defense. Our defense played well most of the game. I mean, the final score of that game is not indicative of how it played out, in my opinion. But I think we can hold the fort, right? Like I remember upon Tua's initial injury, and we found out that he at least had movement in his extremities. I was just thinking to myself, if he's out for the season, I'll eat it, bro. Like I'd rather him be okay more than anything. Now finding out that he could come back much sooner, I'd like to imagine he'll probably be out at minimum a month. I would hope so, at minimum a month. So in that regard, all Teddy got to do is go 500 in my eyes, dog. I'm not expecting too much out of Teddy, but I do think that Mike McDaniel is a hell of a coach. He's already shown that. If you watch the tape, he's already shown that shit through just 3-4 games. He put Teddy in good positions on offense. Teddy couldn't hit some throws, but Teddy got some drives going. So I think with a full week's worth of preparation, with Teddy being involved in the game plans a lot more, the Dolphins definitely have a chance to kind of stay afloat in this, in this very, very crowded AFC. So, I'm not feeling impending doom. I know a lot of Dolphins fans are definitely, we kind of feel like, fuck, Teddy's got to man this ship. You know what I mean? Like we listen, this year's Dolphins, we didn't come here to watch Teddy, bro. You know what I mean? But, we didn't come to watch Teddy.
Okay, all right. So speaking of that, you saying if you guys could go 500, you can right the ship or just hold on. It's not going to completely fall apart, bro. So
yeah,
I got the schedule, man. So we're going to go ahead and zoom in. All right, so we got the schedule up right here, man. We got Jets, Vikings, Steelers, and the Lions, bro. The irony of all of these games is based off the history that precedes all of these games, it's just the NFL in general. You guys have a opportunity to go 3-1, 2-2, 1-3, or 0-4, bro. These are all in play, bro.
All of them, man. And here's the funny part, dog. Here's the funny part. With Tua, we're not worried about most of these games like that. Like maybe the Vikings game a little bit because they got an offense. The Lions, I respect the Lions. They're much better. They're a much better team than they've been in years past. So, but if Tua with the Jets and the Steelers, I would have had no worries, dog. I would have had no worries. But with Teddy, man, like every game is rolling dice, bro. Every game with Teddy.
Okay, so while we have the internet up, so this is the actual article that I really wanted to get into. So there was something that you said that was kind of interesting where you said, hey, as long as if he's out for a month, now because of what just happened, like right before we were supposed to record, the news dropped where the independent neurologist who actually cleared Tua was fired by the NFL Players Association. And this is the article right here. I'm seeing reports that he made several errors in his diagnosis of Tua. And this is a disaster. I don't want to minimize it, or I don't want to make it seem like it's or blow it out of proportion, I should say. But this is bad. This is
Yeah.
very bad. This is a systemic failure on so many levels from the top down. And I don't know where the pressure came from for a independent, mind you. Remember, this is from the NFLPA, because the
Right.
NFLPA and the NFL, they're at such odds that they want to make it seem that there is no
Foul
cahoots
play.
at all, right? Any
Yeah.
kind of cahoots at all, right? So for the NFLPA to fire the the independent neurologist, it's just bad, bro. So
Yeah.
what do you feel about this, dog? Like this is crazy, bro.
It's gonna sound a little fucked up now, but I remember before the game this week, I remember joking about this with somebody. I remember saying like, "Oh man, like, because we were talking about the Dolphin game and like the hit Tua took and how like suspect it was that he came back out. Because when you were watching that game on Sunday, I don't care who you are, most of us watched Tua. Matt Milano, that dirty bastard. He's probably the only Bill that I have beef with right now because that shit was totally unnecessary. But when Milano pushes him to the ground and hits his head, he immediately reaches for his head. Now, I'm not an expert on pain trauma or anything like that, but I know anytime something stings me, something hurts me, I reach for it. That's just me.
Absolutely, absolutely,
That's just me.
absolutely.
So, so he hits his head, then he gets up, he
Mm-hmm.
stumbles, the linemen have to hold him up. So I remember in real time, we have a group chat. Dom was just like, "Oh, well, Tua's probably gonna go in concussion protocol. He's not coming back." And that's what we thought. And look, if that would have been the case, fine, fuck it. Like shit, all right, it's just a game, bro. We lose the game, okay. Oh, he still doesn't clear protocol, he doesn't play Thursday. I would listen, we're 2-2, who cares? Right? But that didn't happen. Tua goes back. They claim that it was a back ankle injury, and back to how I started. The joke that I had was that I guess the independent neurologist, he must have had a couple G's on the ticket and was just like, man, I got Dolphins money line. I got Dolphins money line, bro. It's your back hurting, right? It's your back. It's your ankle. Yeah, it's not your head. Yeah,
Bro,
bro.
okay, all right. Okay, all right. Not to cut
but
you
no,
off, bro.
but no,
But
but
I'm
no.
no. Go ahead. Go ahead, bro.
No, but that was prior to everything that happened, right? Like that,
Obviously,
yeah,
obviously,
that was prior to everything
obviously.
that happened, man. But finding out this information, and I found this information out while I was at work. I was just like, we were finishing up, and I was scrolling through my phone, and I'm just thinking to myself like, because now it's just like from the initial reports in the MRIs are showing that Tua's fine right now, but I mean, and we don't know what kind of lingering effects it's gonna have, right? Because sometimes you don't figure these things out immediately. Sometimes it takes a little time for things to build up. Tua could have suffered some real bad permanent brain damage for negligence, bro, for incompetence. You know what I mean? And it could be deeper than that, dog. Like we don't know the full story. We don't know the details. They're very hush hush. They said he made several mistakes. They haven't really gone into detail. Maybe we'll get a report that explains it to some degree. Maybe come Monday. Who knows, right? But as of right now, it's a really really bad look on everybody. And here's the thing. Here's the crazy part. Like he cleared Tua, and the chief medical examiner of the NFL, they made sure they checked Tua every game before Thursday. So it was kind of just like when you get accounts from people, the players, people around them, Tua seemed fine. But the thing is, if he's mildly concussed, he can play that out. Like he doesn't know what's going on. You know what I mean?
Absolutely,
And he's
absolutely.
a player who wants to play. And I'm not trying to blame him, right? You know what I mean? I'm just saying, he's a player who wants to play. So if he's concussed, he's not gonna, his mind is not right. So he's just thinking like, nah, I just want to get back in the game. So it's unfortunate that someone with such a such an important job, like we got to protect these guys. Like the players make this league. So it's go ahead, my man.
No, bro. Players make the league, bro. But the problem is that we can't allow the players to dictate this because it's like, all right, so you're a smoker, right? Obviously, like I'm saying, right? Like that's not a rhetorical
That's
question.
clear as day, my friend.
But okay, so say you want to go get your medical card. How easy is it to go get a medical card? You walk in, say, "Hey, my head hurts." They could be like, "Your head hurts." Wink, wink. Yeah, cool. And I think that still, even with everything that's happened, even with all the lawsuits, all the publications, all the scrutiny, all of these uh, eyes that are on the NFL, I think what's happened because I think what's happened because we're not at a fever rush for arguing for concussions and stuff like that. And it like the height of concussion protocol and all of this stuff is 2017, bro. Like it's been 5 years. And I think we as a community, as a watching public, have got relaxed to the idea that the NFL and NFLPA have gotten better with it. And they have. They've made definite strides. I'm not trying to take that away from them. But this was a failure. Like
Yeah,
this was a failure.
on
And
every level, bro.
on every level, and this happening shows that the NFL and the NFLPA are not nearly as close to where they should be or where they thought they were or where we as a collective viewing public thought they were. So let me just read this shit right here, bro. So the NFL's Players Association, and this is from Fox News if you want to read this article, anybody who's watching this, who checked Tua Tagovialola for a concussion Sunday after it was found he made several mistakes, in quotations, in his evaluation of the quarterback, according to multiple reports, bro. So this has been well sourced. This is a lot of people confirming this, bro. So this ain't no just one person saying this, bro. Like there are a lot of people that come into this conclusion. The Dolphins quarterback briefly left after a Week 3 game against the Buffalo Bills after taking a hit and wobbling to the turf. Many believe Tagovailoa suffered a concussion, myself included, on the play, but the team said he passed concussion protocol. Tua said he suffered a hyperextended back leading to the fall. Tua, you never touched your back, bro. You never, bro.
Never
Not at
reached
one
for it,
point.
bro.
My man's fell to the floor, held his head, fell down to his knees, and shook his head again and wobbled. Everybody watching was like, oh, that nigga got a concussion, except
Right.
for him and the Dolphins. So for this to happen 4 days later, and one of the big people that's driving like the banner for fire the Dolphins, fire the whole everything is Chris Nowinski, bro. He was a former wrestler for the WWE. He suffered multiple concussions in 2000 while working for the WWE, which forced him into early retirement. And then he became a neuroscientist where he got his neurology degree because he took it upon himself to really take this stuff serious. And he basically said, and he said it before the game started, bro. He was like, yo, if Tua plays and he gets another concussion in 4 days, this is a mockery and it's a, like fire everybody involved because he has no business. He wasn't one of those armchair quarterbacks when he said it. He said it before the game because
Right.
he knew that Tua had a concussion as a neurologist, as a neuroscientist. He knew it. He said that he on the day that it happened, he was like, bro, he showed all the signs of a concussion, bro. He wobbled, he looked dazed, he held his head, and he couldn't. He lacked coordination, bro, and motor skills, bro. That's a concussion, bro. Like,
Yeah.
so this shit is crazy, bro. Like this shit is crazy. Like you as a fan, are you mad that it's your team that's in this shit, bro? Like, cause it's like, bro, like why this can't be
Bro.
the fucking Patriots, bro? Like, bro,
Bro, it's, listen, Herb. Like Dolphins fans, we know this. We feel this pain more than anyone, bro. It's always us, dog. It's always us, bro. We're always in the headlines for shady, stupid, ridiculous nonsense that goes on.
bro,
There's always a
what a
scandal.
bro, what a
Always
season you
something.
motherfuckers had, bro. You wanted Deshaun Watson, you fell with Tom Brady. You you got your owner got suspended and fined, bro. And this. Oh my god, bro.
You know what I feel bad for? I actually feel bad because a lot of people are calling for Mike McDaniel. I don't agree with that, man. And I'm gonna tell you
Nah,
why. I'm gonna tell you why because at the end of the day, I'm happy. Well, I don't want to say I'm happy, but I'm glad at least that there's the ball is getting rolling, right? Like a lot of people are saying firing the UNC is just like yeah he's the scapegoat, and maybe he is just the scapegoat. But ultimately, if the independent doctor, because there's a reason why they don't let the team doctors do it, because there could be foul play, it could be some bias.
absolutely, absolutely.
So you had an independent doctor clear him to play. And to Tua's credit, when he came back in the game, he was fine. It doesn't mean he was fine, but he by the way he was playing, you wouldn't have thought anything was wrong. So at the end of the day, for all the people who are just like, oh, fire the coach, you guys know nothing. You're all just a bunch of fucking. I have to address this, dog. I can't stand where the culture is right now, bro. Especially with all the fake outrage. Like, yo, like all these people. You got fucking John Harbaugh coming out. Oh, you shouldn't have been out. Shut the fuck up. All right, all these NFL. I remember Wes Welker in a Super Bowl. I mean, not my fault, not Wes Welker. I think it was Julian Edelman actually.
Julian Edelman, yeah.
That nigga had a concussion and came back in the game and played.
And he admitted it on the podcast where he said he was concussed. Yeah.
So, like, listen, this like shit like this happens all the time. It just so happens. T. Higgins for the Bengals. This nigga was in concussion protocol week 1. He comes back week 3, hits his head again, and he plays Thursday night. He cleared protocol. Like, at the end of the day, this is something that happens. Like, all these people who just are calling for people to get fired, all these people who are all of a sudden became fucking neurologists overnight, you know what I'm saying, looking up shit on Wikipedia. Like, bro, like, stop it. You know what I mean? Like, none of us, like, we don't have enough of the facts to know exactly what was transpired. We may never have all the facts.
Absolutely.
But at the end of the day, what we all felt and what we all knew and what's been confirmed is that there was some foul play involved, whether it was pure incompetence or whether it was something else. I mean, we don't know quite yet. That's why there's an investigation, but it's just unfortunate, man. It's always, and you know what's sad, her, like, it's not that the season's over, right? Because Tua's coming back, right?
Right.
But it's just that for just 1 year, man, for just one season, like, it felt good for the media to be talking about us in a positive football light.
Bro, you guys was number 1 in power rankings after week 3, bro. Like,
Herb, I've been alive for 20 years.
Oh, shit, we lost Rod. Oh, shit. Rod, you there? Well, wait a minute. Well, all right. Guess I'm going to have to do the podcast by myself. I lost my mans. All right. Yeah. All right. Yeah. So, this is embarrassing. I don't know. Oh, shit. I got to edit this part out. What the fuck? Oh, my God, man. What happened to Rod? What happened to my mans, bro? Just like the Dolphins, man. We can't have nice things, bro. We can't have nice things, bro. All right, man. We got my man Rod back, dog. After several technical difficulties, my camera fell down. That shit was terrible.
I got a little passionate, man. I actually knocked my webcam cord out. You know, where were we, by the way?
Well, it was you understanding that the Dolphins are not allowed to have nice things ever. You're not allowed to have nice things, bro. It's just not gonna happen, bro, at all.
Nah.
It's not gonna happen, bro. You guys are not allowed to have nice things. So, okay, so let me move the conversation forward a little bit because there's short term, which I mean by the end of the season, and then there's long term. So short term, obviously,
recording, right? You're recording?
Yeah, I'm recording. Okay. Yeah, I'm recording. So short term, Tua's gonna come back. Hopefully, he comes back better than ever, right?
Right.
But the long term issue is that this is just more signs that Tua, and I hate to say this, I don't want to be an asshole when I say this, but it must be said, in my opinion, that Tua might not be the guy for the Dolphins, and Tua might not be the guy for the NFL because the dude just always hurt, bro. This goes back to college. Like, he was hurt his sophomore year. He was hurt his junior year. He was hurt his rookie year. He was hurt last year. He's hurt this year. This is a pattern. And
I want to say this: his rookie year, he was coming off the injury.
True. But I mean, how many like legitimate serious injuries can one body take at this point?
Nah, Herb. I mean, I was thinking about that too. Like after all the dust settled from everything, and I remember thinking to myself, it would just be so Dolphins that we finally find, because look, people have been on different sides of the fence. Some people have been on the fence on Tua. People have varying opinions, but I have to say that no matter what anybody thinks, bro, he was trending up when he was playing this season so far. He was trending up. We don't know how it's gonna go. We're gonna see how it continues, but he was trending up. And to me, it would just be so Dolphins if the guy that could have been the guy to succeed Marino finally is a guy who can't stay on the field. Like at the end of the day, a franchise quarterback has to be available because availability is the most important skill. Like, Brett Favre was praised for being an Iron Man. This nigga threw the most picks in NFL history. Like, people don't bring that up enough. But he was an Iron Man. You could count on him being in the games. Tom Brady, most of his career, plays all the games. Like, it's tough, man. And I actually I agree with you, man. I'm not, you know what I mean. One of the things I was looking to for Tua, right? Because this is Tua's evaluation year. The Dolphins have to think about what they're gonna do with him fast. You know what I mean? Because of his contract. So obviously this is his proven season. Like he has to play well. But part of that deal to me was, can he stay healthy? And he's failed that. And it's not entirely on him. Nobody, he didn't ask for Matt Milano to push him to the ground and hit his head. He didn't ask for any of this. But at the end of the day, it just adds to, he's an injury prone. Some guys are just injury prone. And Tua is as injury prone as it gets.
Absolutely.
And it's a shame, you know what I mean? Like how can you be my franchise guy if I can't expect you to finish your season? You know what I mean? Like it's hard for me to kind of believe in that. But we still have the rest of the season to go. Guy, honestly, this is gonna sound like kind of off the wall, but it would just make a beautiful story if Tua just won the Super Bowl this year, because then he could just retire. Just retire, bro. Just leave the game. Win a Super Bowl,
bro.
Win the Dolphins Super Bowl and retire and live your life.
Dude, my man has been hurt. Like, he's had serious injuries, bro. He's had surgery on his ankles. He had surgery on his hip. There has never been a top 5 quarterback that's been drafted with major reconstructive surgery to their hip. It's never. He's the first.
And it took us some time to get right, too. It took us
absolutely, time. Bro. He's had multiple concussions. He's had multiple lower body extremity injuries, bro. Like, one of the things that, okay, so go back to 2020, to the 2020 draft, the 2020 draft cycle leading up to it, right? Where nobody actually wanted Justin Herbert before Justin Herbert became one of the best quarterbacks in the NFL. Nobody wanted him, right? Yeah. Nobody wanted him. But one of the things that, what's the dude from the Jets? What's his name, bro? I can't remember his name. That's on the dude that worked for the Jets, bro.
Tannenbaum?
Mike Tannenbaum. The thing that he said that nobody took serious, like nobody ever takes this serious, when he said the reason why he would take Justin Herbert over Tua Tagovialola is because he said, bro, Justin Herbert's 6'6", 240. Like, size is a skill. If Justin Herbert was in that position, he wouldn't have got thrown to the ground like that, because you can't throw him to the ground like that. You can't throw Josh Allen to the ground like that. Right. Shit, you can't throw Patrick Mahomes to the ground like that. Patrick Mahomes is 6'3", 225. Right. Patrick Mahomes looks smaller than he actually is. There's a reason why small quarterbacks don't last. There's a reason why small quarterbacks normally didn't get drafted. The gift and the curse of Russell Wilson is that he made drafting smaller quarterbacks or short quarterbacks accessible, because, mind you, in 2000 and when did he come out? 2017, I want to say.
Who, Russell Wilson?
Russell Wilson, or was it 2014?
No, 2012. He was in the 2012.
2012. I'm tripping. Yeah, I'm wilding. 2017 is Patrick Mahomes, Mitch Trubisky, and Deshaun Watson. I'm tripping. Yeah. So yeah, 2012. Everybody would tell you before that draft, if Russell Wilson was 6'3", he would have won in the top 10. He's only 5'11" or 6 feet or whatever the hell you want to call him. He went in the 3rd round. And he's the best quarterback of that draft, and a draft that he shared with Robert Griffin III and Andrew Luck.
Right.
Because he was so successful, we were like, all right, we could draft short quarterbacks. Not a problem. It is a problem. I'm sorry, it is a problem. Bryce Young, I don't want Bryce Young in my top 10. I'm sorry. If I'm a team that needs a quarterback, Bryce Young is not getting drafted in my top 10. Bryce Young is 6 feet, 170 pounds soaking wet. This is a different beast at the NFL level than it is at the college level. And Tua was hurt at the college level. If you got hurt in the college level, how would you not get hurt at the NFL level where people are faster, stronger, and bigger? Some people just don't know how to take hits. Some people do. Robert Griffin III is the worst hit taker I've ever seen in my life, bro. Like
he was mad. He was like, bro, he didn't protect himself at all.
And Tua, even with Tua, like I think Tua, because he is so like he believes in trying to keep a play alive to a detriment.
Herb, you're preaching to if there's one flaw in this game I hate, there's two things actually, but if there's one flaw that I hate, Tua wants to play hero ball and he's not a hero ball quarterback. Like, bro,
absolutely
roll the ball away, Tua. Like, I don't want to sound insensitive, but I'm just being honest. I remember what I was thinking before he took that hit. I was watching him on the play. It was clear. You can look at him. It was clear that he had nobody open. He went through all his progressions and nobody was open. Bro, Tua, you're a pure system quarterback. It's not your job. Like, you're not a scrambler. You're not a Mahomes. You're not an Allen. You're not the type of guy who's going to run around and extend the play. You're the type of guy that if it's not there, you just throw the ball away and live for another down.
For another down, bro. Bro, Tom Brady is 6'5". If you get pressure on Tom Brady, he takes the fetal position immediately, bro. He throws the ball out. And he's 6'5". He's 6'5", 200 pounds, 220. Right. Like, you know what I'm saying? Tua is not Josh Allen. Josh Allen is 6'5". Josh Allen is the size of a defensive end. He could break off of those tackles. Size is a skill too. Knowing how to avoid hits is a skill. Some people know, some people have it, some people don't. That's why Tua is always hurt, because a normal tackle to 99% of the NFL quarterbacks is a devastating hit to Tua Tagovialola, bro.
And let me tell you, dog, Tua had another hit. He did get folded up in the Bills game. I remember on the play where they ran the quarterback sneak. There was a reason why they used to put Jacoby Brissett in to do that. Like, it was a weird thing, but there's a reason why they used to do that. And I saw Tua kind of slither out between the line. Like, at first I thought, like, oh shit, is this nigga hurt again? Even against the Bengals before they hit, he took a hit where his legs were crossed. Like, when Tua gets hit, it looks like the worst hit ever.
Bro, it's Robert Griffin III, Tua, and everybody else, bro. Like, them niggas get folded like lawn chairs, bro. Like, when they get
That's probably why RG3 goes so hard for him, dog. He can relate to him in that aspect. No disrespect to RG3, but that was another nigga, man. Couldn't stay healthy. Although you can look at the Redskins too, and they kind of, that's a different story for another.
Nah, bro, nah. I've seen Robert Griffin III have ample time to take a sack, and he just got demolished, bro. He got Goldberg speared, bro. Like, he was asking for some of the hits that he took, bro. Like, it's like, how's that even possible, bro? Like, how did you get hit like that, bro? Bro, I'm telling you, I've seen, you know me, I'm a Cowboys fan, so that's my division. I've seen Robert Griffin III get hit that defied physics, bro. Like, based off of the trajectory of the defender and the way his body folded, it's like you had to help in the way you got hurt on this, bro. Like, some people just know how to do it. Like, Russell Wilson, he is not small. He's short. There's a difference between being small and short. Right. Russell Wilson is thick. Russell Wilson has probably some of the biggest hands you will ever see. Like, his arms and his hands are unproportioned to the rest of his body. Go look at his Let's Ride video, and there's a behind the scenes with him in front of the green screen. His arms look like the arms and the arm length of somebody that's like 6'5". He's just short. He's not small.
Right.
Tua is small. There's a difference. Kyler Murray, somebody else who's small, is always hurt. He doesn't finish the season. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Bro, there's a play where Kyler Murray, Aaron Donald beat his man in half a second. Kyler Murray, I've never seen a nigga throw a ball away like that, bro. He literally turned around 180 degrees, threw the ball out of the way, and just fell to the ground immediately. He wanted no parts of that. He even learned his third year into it. He's like, bro, I'm not taking these hits, bro. Like, nah, fuck that. Tua has to learn that at some point, or you're just gonna keep dealing with this. Remember, all busts are not created equal. God damn it, bro. This cheap ass shit. Cheap ass shit. But yeah, all busts are not created equal. Some people are bust because they can't play. Some people are bust because they can't stay healthy. You know what I'm saying? So the word is just a word. The circumstances are never the same for every single person who ends up being a bust for the team, bro. But
Right.
we could move off of Tua. We could go ahead and we got probably like what 10, 15 minutes left. We could just go ahead and look towards the rest of week 4, bro. This is probably gonna drop either tonight or tomorrow, which is Sunday football. I actually let me go ahead and get the webcam screen up. Got the webcam screen, bro. So I actually got the week 4 schedule, bro. So some of the games, like, what are you excited for, bro?
Well, man, I mean, the first game that pops out to you is the Buffalo Bills and the Ravens, dog. And I gotta say, this season, it's the 1 o'clock hour has been fantastic this year.
Absolutely,
Um,
absolutely.
like week one was
Actually,
a little shaky, but every
Actually,
week,
bro, to be honest, it's been good for the past 2 years because the 1 o'clock hour last year was good as hell, bro. I used to
yeah,
be mad at the 4 o'clock hour because the like so much shit would happen during the 1 o'clock hour. I'm like, by the time the
yeah.
4 o'clock games come out, bro, I'm like, I'm already football. I'm footballed out. Like, what more can I see, bro? But
No,
yeah,
it's true, man. It's true. It's true. But no, man. I mean, when you look at the Buffalo Bills against the Ravens, it's a very interesting matchup to me in particular because Lamar and Josh Allen, in a strange way, they mirror each other. Um,
yes,
if you were to put their statistics next to each other, they're roughly around virtually the same. They're kind of a lot like the same player. And Josh Allen has kind of earned his respect, and Lamar to a degree as well. I think this. I mean, I think the people who say that Lamar is just a running back at quarterback, they're just never going to give him props because
absolutely, they
like
won't.
there's never like his passing numbers. Like he has more passing touchdowns than Josh Allen. I wonder if people are aware of that,
He
right?
has more total touchdowns than 13 other NFL franchises, bro.
Dude,
He's
imagine,
accounted for more touchdowns than 13 other teams.
dude. I
That's
mean,
that's
that's
ridiculous.
it's incredible, bro. And like him, the thing about those two guys is that they can be a one man offense. But Lamar impresses me more because we know who Allen is throwing to. Stephon Diggs was a top flight receiver before he got to Buffalo. Lamar is fucking out here putting up crazy points with fucking Rashad Bateman. He's putting up points with fucking like guys that you never even heard of. I mean, Mark Andrews is one of the best tight ends in the league. That's no
Absolutely,
problem.
absolutely, absolutely.
But
It's,
you look at the rest of that offense, you're just like, man, who's he really throwing to? Like he's making these guys better, and he's improving. I've been watching film on him, dog. He is improving from the pocket as a passer. He's doing full field progressions, dude. Like he has improved so much as a player, and it's part of, and the Ravens, by the way. I mean, listen, part of the reason why Dolphins are optimistic about Tua is because of one quarter. That nigga went off on these niggas' defenses, bro. They have arguably the worst defense in football. And still, you have the feeling that they're going to be in the mix uh, down the stretch because as long as Lamar stays healthy, as long as you keep his weapons, because last year the Ravens were in a playoff team, but they dealt with a lot of injuries, dude.
and
So
they were on pace to be a playoff team when he was healthy. He got hurt,
right,
and the rest was history. Like he is truly he is the 2017 version of, or was it 2018, whatever year it was. Yeah, was it 2017? He's the 2017 version of Russell Wilson, where he's literally accounting for all of the team's offensive production, bro. Like
yep,
it's crazy to actually see what Michael Vick would have been if he was a good quarterback as well as a good football player, bro. Like,
right. That's what he is. That's what he is. That's
yeah, for
exactly
sure.
who he is.
That's for
You
sure.
know?
Yo, so I was listening to the Bomani Jones podcast, right? And they brought up an excellent point, which is why I'm gonna steal it and bring it up on our podcast, bro. Like, you know
What's
what I'm
up?
saying?
Let's do it, baby.
Where where they said that this game between these two quarterbacks is a microcosm of society as a whole. Where
Hmm.
this is a two Americas game, bro. You
Yep.
got you got the people who's rooting for Josh Allen, and then you got the people that's rooting for
For Lamar. For
Lamar
Lamar.
Jackson.
Florida boy.
And another point that they brought up, which is that was brilliant and very important, which is why I wanted to actually talk about it, is the fact that Josh Allen is he got all the benefit of doubt that Lamar Jackson till this day does not receive, even
Yep.
though Lamar Jackson has accomplished more than Josh Allen. Like Lamar Jackson is an MVP in his second year starting.
Yep.
Josh Allen may win an MVP. He may win an MVP this year. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? But Lamar Jackson had already done it. So you had a section of people who were saying, "Nah, Josh Allen's going to prove y'all wrong. Prove y'all wrong." Stop doubting Josh Allen for 3 seasons before last year, where he put everything to bed. Versus somebody like Lamar Jackson, who has literally won 75% of his games, and people still doubt him. Going into the season, his pre-draft ranking, I think on ESPN, was 11th. And an unnamed defensive coordinator literally said, this is a quote, "I don't care," and I'm paraphrasing, "I don't care. Lamar Jackson could win 12 straight MVPs. I'll never respect him as a good quarterback." What are you even saying, bro? What kind of oxymoron is that, bro? Like,
Like,
that doesn't even
dude,
make sense. Like,
like the
what?
the ignorance is intoxicating. Like, come on, what's so hard about giving a man his props? Especially when I hear when I hear shit like that from NFL execs, I just think to myself, like, bro, you watch film. Now I'm just a fan of the game. I'm a fan of the game. I've been watching film for years just because I just always wanted to understand the game I'm watching more. Like, obviously, you have all the access to everything. You should understand more than me how special a talent this guy is. It's got to be something else. I mean, that's my opinion because I don't see like him and Josh Allen are basically the same guy. The
For
only
sure.
difference is Josh Allen is a bulldozer and Lamar is more shifty and quick. But at the end of the day, they do the same things and they both do what they do well. And they both carry their team. Listen, the Buffalo Bills were banged up to hell when they played the Dolphins. And the Dolphins are a good team this year. Make that no doubt. That's why I said we could go at least 500 because we have a good coach, good defense, good offensive weapons, good system. We have a shot. So against that, when they were depleted, losing players on the field, Josh Allen, bro, the nigga threw the ball 63 times. Like
63 times,
he
bro.
he was the leading rusher. Like the problem that the Bills have is that they're putting so much on. Like at the end of the day, this is just my opinion on coaching in general, just in any, not even just sports, just in life. The best coaches make your life easier. Like they have to find a way to get Singletary, to get Moss, to get they gotta find a way to get the running game going. You can't always just put everything on the quarterback. That's one thing the Ravens in seasons past have done well. I think J.K. Dobbins has been out, so they haven't had their leading rusher.
No, he
Um,
came back. He came back against the Patriots.
oh, he
And
came
that
back
was
against the
yeah, yeah,
Patriots?
yeah. That was his first game of what a season and a half or something like that. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
So
about a season and a half. So
yeah,
yeah, so one thing Lamar has had to kind of help him out is that he had a good running game, and he's a part of that as well. Big part of
he is the running game.
that. Right, right. Well, this season, yeah, this
Yeah,
season for
yeah, for
sure,
sure, for
completely.
sure, for sure.
But Josh Allen is always it's always got to be on him, and I think you know eventually I've seen this before. This is what Dan Marino was. Dan Marino was everything to the team, and he didn't even run. He was just a pure slinging. He was the greatest gunslinger ever. But at the end of the day, when you rely all on a guy, when it comes to playoff time, that nigga, you're just not gonna win. Now in Buffalo's defense, they have a great defense when they have all their pieces. They lost, I want to say Micah Hyde for the season, but they still have Poyer. They expect to get Tre'Davious back, so they're gonna get healthier as the season. Ed Oliver, all these guys, they're gonna get some guys back, so that defense will be there. So he has that, so he has a chance. But as in terms of the game, man, I plan on betting on this game. I actually have the lineup on my computer.
Shit, nigga, fuck it. Well, shit, bro. While we here, bro, let's go back to the what's to call it. Let's go back to the Scream King because you know me, boy. We some betting ass motherfuckers, bro. So let's go ahead and close out the show and get the bets in, bro. So I'm
Get
gonna
these
just go
bets
ahead.
in.
I'm gonna go ahead and name some games, and then I just want you to quick fire either money line or run line or whatever, right? So while we're on the topic of discussion, bro, Bills Ravens, what you got? It is Buffalo Bills are favored by 3 points. What you like?
I mean, I'll probably run line on it, even though I think they're gonna win outright.
Okay, so there's people who don't know what run line and money line is. So to go ahead and specify the difference between money line and run line, right?
So when you pick a team money line, you're basically saying you expect that team to just claim the victory. The score, how much they win by, doesn't matter. When you run the line, you're basically going with the line they have. Like the line that they have that I see on Bovada right now is the Baltimore Ravens are +3, which means they just have to cover a 3-point lead. If the Bills win the game and they win by 3 points, well, technically I guess that'd be a push, but because I've had that happen on my tickets before. But basically, if the Ravens cover, you know what I'm saying, you win money, right? Like you win that bet, you beat the bookie. So yeah, that's the difference.
Okay, so we have. Man, I'm not even gonna talk about Chicago and New York, bro. We just gonna go ahead and skip past them boys right there.
I do want to make mention because I was watching film. I haven't watched film on the Giants. I don't think I probably ever will this season because Daniel Jones.
Absolutely, yeah, for sure. For sure.
The Chicago Bears are a travesty, and this is just one of those things that where you go and you look at, and sometimes good talent just ends up in really bad situations. And I have some friends who are Bears fans. I'm not trying to attack y'all. It's just I think Justin Fields has some talent, but the nigga has no weapons, and his offensive line is super shaky. And I think that has completely fucked up with his decision-making process. And I realize that he's really gun shy because when you look at the film, there are times where he has guys open, but because there's always pressure running in his face and he always has to run around and make plays, it's like he doesn't even have time to get to the progressions that are open. You know what I mean? So it's it's kind of unfortunate that you just hate to see a young player get spoiled. You know what I mean? And when they could be better. But yeah, that's just my 2 cents on that.
Okay, so all right, so Justin Fields is a product of when everything goes wrong, right?
Yeah.
Where the quarterback is not as good as people think he is. And let me go ahead and try to fix my camera a little bit and not absolutely destroy myself. You know what I'm saying? All right, whatever, cool. All right, cool. You know what I'm saying? Ain't too bad. Justin Fields is someone who is not as good as people thought he was going to be because there's one critical flaw in his game, which is processing.
Yeah.
If you have a flaw in processing, the worst thing you could be, or the worst situation to be in, is to be in a situation where the new regime doesn't believe in you. So they're not going to make it easy for you because there's no investment to make you look good or to the best of their abilities. So that's one.
Right.
2, you don't have a true number 1 receiver. 3, you have a bad offensive line. So when you watch the Bears, you truly know you never know who's at fault because there's some times where Justin is at fault.
Yes.
But you give the benefit of the doubt to him because the O-line is so bad. And there's some times when the O-line is so bad that you don't even realize that it was Justin's fault. Like it is a salad of shit, bro. Like it's a salad, bro. Like
big turds in that shit.
Absolutely, bro. Like I was watching I've been listening to a lot of people who went back and watched the film on that game, Trent Dilfer and somebody else. I can't remember his name, but neither here nor there, where they were saying like his first pick where he absolutely just overshot his wide receiver and threw it into the lap of the safety. It was a good read. He made the right read. He just hit the ball, it just came out of his hands.
Sailed on him. Yep.
It sailed on him. But that wasn't really his fault. He knew what he was doing. He made the right read. The second pick was his fault. So when you have that situation where at any given play, it could be either the wide receiver, it could be Justin, it could be the O-line, it could be the running back. You have a terrible team. That team is never 2-1 after 3 games, though. That's the craziest thing about that, bro.
The Bears have to have the most awful offense for a 2-1 team I ever seen. Like their offense is awful. Like it's not like when you watch the film, it's not really fun to watch them because you see so many. They leave so much on the field, and then you look at the offensive line, and you're just like, yeah, that's probably a big part of it. And then, of course, Justin Fields, he's a young quarterback. So he's going to make his mistakes. And like you said, the new organization has no incentive to try to get the best out of him. Whereas, like, the total opposite happens for Tua. Like, Tua found, like, we would have got someone else, maybe not, but he found a coach that was willing. He's like, you know what, Tua, you have the profile for a West Coast offensive quarterback. Let me throw you in a West Coast system. And lo and behold, the guy looks better. But Justin Fields didn't have that, and they didn't invest in getting him weapons, and they didn't try to fix the O line. It's not even like a situation where like the Bengals tried to fix the O line, and the O line has started off kind of rough. Where it's like Justin Fields he doesn't have much to work with, and then on top of that, he has his own flaws that the situation is just not going to be able to help him iron out. Unfortunately.
Absolutely, bro. Hold on, let me try. I'm still trying to get this camera, bro. Bear with us, people who's watching, bro. This is first stream, dog, and I have a cheap $10 ring light, bro. You realize you get what you pay for, dog. Like that is that is a true statement, bro. You get what you get, bro. You get what you pay for. All right, cool. Yeah, I think we're good. Okay, so let's just go ahead and spitfire, bro. Obviously, the other game of the week, which is crazy to me, Jacksonville and Philadelphia, bro.
Bro, I'm looking at this game right as you say it, bro.
Vegas knows something that we don't, bro, because like Jacksonville just put up 38 points on the Chargers, bro. That's not to sneeze at, but they like, nah, after what we seen through 2 games, we still are gonna give the Eagles a 6.5 spread. That is a lot. Like, I don't know what to do with this, bro. I'm gonna just Vegas is gonna have to be right, bro. I'm taking that 6.5 from the Jaguars. Fuck that, bro.
Bro, you read my mind. I'll take that 6.5. I'll take that 6.5 because you know what? I think the last truly good team that they really played, the Eagles, was the Lions are a weird good team because their record's not great, but they're not bad. Like they do a lot of the good things well. They just have Jared Goff at quarterback, so I mean, there's that. But I mean, look, I got to say this about Trevor Lawrence. I haven't had a chance to watch him too much, but I watched one guy's video. I think it was Jackson Kruger Sports. Shout out, man. I watch a lot of these film guys. Tim Jenkins, fucking JT O'Sullivan. Like I love learning from all these guys like Brett Coleman, Samuel Gold. I could go on and on, bro. ACB Sports. Sure. I watch a lot of guys. So one of my guys that I was watching some of Trevor Lawrence's play, and that boy was throwing dimes. He was looking good, man. And I think this sounds crazy to think about. I'm thinking about who the Eagles have played, but this is the best quarterback they've played so far this year, just based on what we've seen through the first 3 weeks, which is weird to say about Jacksonville and Trevor Lawrence. But I mean, I like that line, bro. I'll take it, bro. Matter of fact, I know I'm putting money on that tomorrow for sure,
bro. So this is. If you are a long-time listener, so I'm talking to you, the person who's listening, I'm looking directly into the camera. If you are a long-time listener of the Couch Bros NFL show, which is what predates this, which is Phin Outta Water, you know that I have been going hard against Trevor Lawrence. And I am in a situation where, like, you know me, bro. I give it up. I'm not going to be somebody who's like, I'm going to hate because I made from what I previously said, and I don't die on hills, bro. I get off hills quick. I am not getting off the hill, and I'm not dying on the hill. These past 2 games, this nigga has been a monster, like a monster of efficiency, right?
Yes.
So I don't want people to confuse what I'm saying as hating or trying to downplay his success. That's not it at all. He has been a really good quarterback.
Yeah.
But that is the thing that I've always said about Trevor Lawrence is that I think his ceiling is that of a really good quarterback. My thing when it comes to Trevor Lawrence, if you know my history with Trevor Lawrence, is that I just always push back on the fact that he's generational. People after this game have been so quick to not only say you guys are wrong as fuck, we were right. The people who are Trevor Lawrence fans or the draft community, fucking NFL Twitter, whatever, right? I have people that I like and that I trust are putting him in the top 10. Like they're saying he's a top 10 quarterback already. When have we ever put a quarterback who's had 3 good games out of a potential 20 games played in the top 10? We've never done that for anybody. But we want to do that for bro. Nick Wright of First Things First said he's a top 10 quarterback. Steven Ruiz already has him in his top 10. I'm like, he's played 2 games and he's top 10. What are we doing? And that's the part that drives me crazy because yes, he has been really good, but that's it. He
Right.
hasn't been generational.
He hasn't been great. No.
He hasn't been like, oh my fucking God, did you see what he just did? No, he
Right.
has moments. Otherwise, he's been really efficient. He's been quick, he's been decisive, and he knows where to go with the football because he has a quarterback like Mike McDaniels who gives an answer to the fucking test.
That
He
I
knows
think. I
what to
think.
do.
Oh, sorry to cut you off. I just
No,
want to.
go ahead, go ahead.
I didn't want to lose this thought. I think Doug Peterson, the Doug Peterson hire was kind of underrated because that nigga won a Super Bowl with Nick Foles.
It wasn't underrated, bro. He won a Super Bowl with Nick Foles. He won a Super Bowl with a backup quarterback, bro. That backup quarterback put up 318 yards in a Super Bowl against Bill Belichick. Like, how much of this is like, bro? We've seen him do this with lesser quarterbacks, bro.
Right.
So when I see Trevor Lawrence be successful and be productive, how much can I give him credit for it? When I see Nick Foles win a Super Bowl, when I seen Carson Wentz be an MVP for 15 weeks in 2018 before he got hurt.
Right.
So what are we doing, bro? Like, I hate it because it's like now it's all Trevor Lawrence. Like, no, Doug Peterson is a phenomenal offensive coordinator, bro. He's a phenomenal play caller. He almost got Carson Wentz a fucking MVP, somebody that nobody wants.
Right.
He threw 27 touchdowns with the Colts last year and only 5 picks, and they couldn't get rid of that nigga fast enough, bro. And Doug Peterson almost got that nigga an MVP.
Yep.
But we want to say it's fucking Trevor Lawrence? No, bro. Like, no, bro. Trevor Lawrence is really good. Trevor Lawrence is always going to be good. Trevor Lawrence is not generational. This doesn't make me think that, and I'm not going to think that. Can he do it for a whole fucking season for once? God for fucking bid? Like,
well, you know, the problem with these NFL, the problem with a lot of people is, especially the people who anointed him before he even touched the NFL football, they just want to be right. And when they get the tiniest sliver, the tiniest glimpse of something, they're gonna hold on to it and they're gonna beat their chest. Watch, if this nigga performs like shit, they're gonna come out with all the excuses they've been coming out with.
Absolutely, bro. And that's the thing that they always did. Even week 1, bro. Week 1 against the Washington Commanders, he wasn't great.
No.
He wasn't great, and I heard people say, "Oh yeah, it's still the same Jags." People drop, bro. Travis Etienne dropped the pass. It wasn't a good throw. How about you throw a 5-yard pass? Well, I heard people trying to blame Zay Jones for a drop touchdown. When have you ever seen a wide receiver have to dive for a 5-yard out route and it's their fault? No coach teaches you that you're supposed to dive for a fucking 5-yard out route. No quarterback coach says, yeah, you need to throw the ball to the point where your wide receiver needs to dive for it when he's 5 yards away. That doesn't happen. They blame everybody except for Trevor. That goes back to last year. Trust me, bro. Urban Meyer is the worst coach that's ever been in the NFL. I'm not here to take that away from him. And I don't want people to come across or listen to this and say that I'm trying to downplay what Trevor's doing. Trevor's and that game against the Chargers, the second touchdown throw, that was all Trevor. There was nobody open. He broke the pocket. He made a play. Trevor is only second to Patrick Mahomes at avoiding a potential sack. He has one of the lowest sack rates in the NFL. Like, he does so many things that are above the system, above the play calling, that Doug Peterson has no control over. I'm acknowledging that. But at the same time, 26 for 39 for 269 yards and 3 touchdowns. It's a regular fucking game, bro. That's not going to put me in the top. That doesn't put you in the top 10, bro.
You know what? Part of it is people just, they're quick to annoy. And I think the other part of it is, too, a lot of the quarterbacks this season, like if you were to make a list of top 10 quarterbacks, like, yes, I don't even feel like there's a worthy amount of niggas you could call top 10. Like just this season, like, so people are kind of taking advantage of that.
It's true. If you want to say that Trevor Lawrence is top 10 because there aren't good 10 elite quarterbacks, you got me. I'm cool with that. I'm cool with that because there isn't. So somebody has to make it, bro, because the other niggas don't deserve it. Right. Russell Wilson is not a top 10 quarterback right now, bro. Fuck that drop that he had. Derek Carr is not a top 10 quarterback. You feel me? Matt
And he
Stafford,
got Devontae Adams. I
and
bet
he has
Devontae Adams is just shaking his head right
yeah.
now.
If your argument is Trevor Lawrence is top 10 because there isn't 10 people, I'm cool with that. If your argument is Trevor Lawrence is top 10 because he's a top 10 quarterback, traditionally, how we grade and how we anoint or how we place that label on people, get the fuck out of my face, bro. Point in period. Like the city girls say, period. Like,
I,
fuck out of here, bro.
nigga, I feel that, bro. I feel
Nah,
that.
for real, bro. All right, man. So, real quick, bro. What else games we got, bro? We got Chargers, Texans, bro. The fact that the Chargers only a 6-point favorite against the Texans, bro, is hilarious to me, dog. We got Jets. We got Jets and Steelers, bro. That's the ugly bowl, man. That's gonna be a lot of bad dope, bro. There's gonna be some bad dope in that game.
Is Zach Wilson back or is it still Flacco?
Zach Wilson is back. That's why it's gonna be some bad dope, man. Like
Ooh, man. I
there
can't wait
is,
to see my
bro.
man in action, man.
This is hilarious to say, bro, but Joe Flacco might be a better quarterback than Zach Wilson.
Number 2
Oh,
pick, man.
oh yeah, we got another bad dope of the week
Kansas State.
potential. Yeah, Tennessee Titans at the Colts. Ooh, that's some bad dope right there, man.
Ooh, man, that's
That's
gonna
some.
be. Listen, the AFC South is gonna win the award for just the bad dope division this year, bro.
All right, this one doesn't make any sense to me, bro. Carolina Panthers are a 1-point favorite against the Arizona Cardinals, bro. The Carolina Panthers have not been a good team. The Arizona Cardinals have not been a good team. But I will never bet for the Carolina Panthers to win a game, bro. I don't give a fuck. Like,
Oh yeah, I
happening,
would definitely. Yeah, Arizona money line for sure. They, I mean, come on. Who do you have more faith in? Like, this is one of those games where it's just like Baker or Kyler. Like, you might not have much faith in either, but Baker. I'm good.
Okay, so Kansas City Chiefs, Tampa Bay Buccaneers. This one doesn't make sense to me, bro. Like, to me, I understand the Kansas City Chiefs. They lost to the Colts, even though they had no business losing to the Colts. The Tampa Bay Buccaneers are a mess offensively right now, bro. Like, they're a mess. So for this game to be a pick 'em, I don't agree with that, bro. So if it was me, I would take the Chiefs before tomorrow, where that money starts coming in and pushing it towards to making the Chiefs a positive, because you can the money line is the same as the run line, bro. It's literally the same thing, bro. So I would money line the Chiefs on that one, bro, all day, bro.
Now, I mean, the thing about the Bucks and the Chiefs, right, is that with the Bucks, we're not used to seeing their offense with Tom. Like, it's kind of like it's weirdly reminiscent of like Tom's like last couple seasons with the Patriots, where he was just doing enough to keep the offense afloat, and then the defense was doing a lot of the dirty work. Now, some of that obviously has a lot to do with injuries on the offensive line. They haven't had all their weapons, but they're still not going to have all their weapons when they play the Chiefs. And the Chiefs are going. I think people were weird about that loss to the Colts, but if you really paid attention to that game, the Chiefs had a ton of self-inflicted wounds.
Yeah, it was football. Football happened.
Yeah,
bro.
it was one of those, like, the beauty of football. Maybe why it's my favorite team sport. It's just a simple fact that any given Sunday is not cap. Any given Sunday is not conjecture. Any given Sunday is a real thing.
Absolutely, bro.
Like, you can see the worst team in the league can beat the best team in the league because
absolutely.
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 So I'm not gonna let one stinker performance against a Colts team that has a quarterback who's gonna show flashes. Like, Matt Ryan was a top 10 quarterback in this league for a time in this league. He's not that now. He
might be like bottom 20 though. He might be like bottom 20. Like,
yeah,
that nigga is cooked.
Yeah, he's not that now, but guys like that will always give you a little something here and there every once in a while. So, the Chiefs just got, on top of them shooting themselves in the foot, that's how that turned out. But I think this game against the Bucks defense will probably do a decent job of not letting it get out of hand, but I would definitely money line the Chiefs for this one.
Nah, for sure. I'm taking Chiefs money line, bro. So real quick, bro. So I'm just gonna name some names. I'm gonna name some names of some games, and we're gonna pick who is gonna be our nominee of the worst game of the week, which is what we call at the Couch Bros NFL show, newly named Phin Outta Water Podcast, Bad Dope of the Week, bro. So the nominees that I have, and we're gonna go ahead and close the show as well. So the nominees for me are New York Jets at Pittsburgh Steelers, Tennessee Titans at the Indianapolis Colts. Obviously, shit, we talked about all of these, bro. The Arizona Cardinals at the Carolina Panthers.
Right.
The Denver Broncos at the Las Vegas Raiders, bro.
Yeah, that smells like a stinker, man.
For sure, bro. For sure. And our last nominee, obviously, is the Chicago Bears at the New York Giants, bro. Who do you think is going to take the award for Bad Dope of the Week, Rod?
Man, you know what? I was gonna ride all the way with Tennessee and Indianapolis until you brought that last one up. And then I thought to myself, like, man, like Chicago and the Giants, that game is gonna have some of the ugliest offensive football that you could see. And by the way, it's not Brian Daboll. He's actually a good coach. Daniel Jones is not it, bro.
This is true.
Giants fans, listen. We have some Giants fans friends that listen to the previous pods, right? And it's just like, I'm not trying to slight y'all boys. You know what I'm saying?
Not, bro. It's not personal. Even me as a Cowboys fan, it's not personal, bro. Like,
it's just like, Daniel Jones. I just don't see it, dog. I just don't see it, man. And then you got him and Justin Fields. Too bad. You got a quarterback. At least they have Saquon, I guess. But I mean, Chicago's defense has fared pretty well. They're the big reason they're 2-1. So I mean,
put like this. We're talking about the two teams that's giving up the highest pass rush rate in the entire field, in the entire NFL, bro. My bad, bro. This is starting to kick in, bro. So my bad, bro. Like,
it's all great.
We're talking about the New York Giants that are giving up a pass rush rate of 45%, which is second in the league. Do you know who's number one in the league at pass rush rate? That's giving up, Rod. The Chicago Bears at 54%. Literally the complete opposite. 45, 54, bro. They just flipped the fucking numbers, bro. Like, this is for sure going to be the bad dope of the week, bro. We have two terrible teams, two terrible offensive lines, two terrible quarterbacks who don't make the offensive lines better. Right. They actually make them worse, bro. This could be ugly, bro. Like, the Bears won a game where their quarterback completed 8 passes, bro. This is going to get really ugly, bro. This is going to get really ugly, bro.
This completion percentage, it's got to be around 50 or under 50 on the season.
Bro, it's going to get fucking ugly, bro. But with that, man, I just want to go ahead and close out the show, bro. So thank you, Rod, bro. Like, we were supposed to actually have this squared away on Thursday, bro. Fucking life happened, bro. I had an outage, bro, but I'm actually happy that it was a blessing in disguise, bro, because this episode actually came out better anyway, bro. So thank you, bro. Thank you, people who've been down with us through all the ups and downs, all the trials and tribulations, all me being a fucking weird perfectionist trying to get everything right, bro, and changing all of these changes, bro. But this right here, me doing this episode, I can tell you that this is it, bro. This is really it, bro. And I'm happy. I'm excited, bro. So shout out and toast to you, Rod, bro. I got my cup in the air, bro. Episode 1 of Phin Outta Water officially, bro.
Phin Outta Water. Hey, and for those of y'all who didn't fully understand what we were referring to, we started this shit on Blog Talk Radio, man. Mm-hmm. Used to talk on I used to talk on my core phone to record. Mm-hmm. We came up, boy.
We definitely came up, man. So we'll see y'all next week, bro. We will be live streaming the Thursday night football game between who's Thursday night football, bro?
I think it's the Colts, and it's not the funnest game.
It's the Colts and who is it, bro? Fuck, dog. Because you're right. It's the Colts and damn, who's the?
You know what? The betting list will show me if I scroll all the way down.
Colts and Broncos.
Oh man,
Colts and Broncos.
That might be a bad dope of the week starting on the Thursday.
100%, bro. We're gonna be right there, bro. Thursday night, bro. See y'all there. Deuces.